Hey and welcome to the Daily Manchester United News Show. Let's begin with our daily news. Harry Maguire's wage demands could scupper West Ham United transfer. West Ham United manager David Moyes admires Manchester United centre-back Harry Maguire, but fears his wage demands are too high. Maguire joined Man United in 2019, signing from Leicester City for an estimated fee of £80 million, a record price for a defender. He was made club captain, taking over from Ashley Young. After a reasonably solid start to life at the Red Devils, the England international soon became a divisive figure at Old Trafford. He received widespread criticism for his performances, with many people calling for him to be dropped. Lisandro Martinez was brought in from Ajax last summer. The Argentine soon formed a solid partnership with Rafael Varane in defense, limiting Maguire to just 8 league starts. The 30-year-old is one of a few players who could be allowed to leave Man United in the coming weeks. According to The Telegraph, former United manager Moyes would be interested in bringing the centre-back to West Ham, but has concerns over his wage demands. The Hammers have just gone through a mixed campaign. They ended their 43-year wait for a major trophy, defeating Fiorentina in the final of the Europa Conference League. By contrast, their league performances weren't so impressive. The East Londoners were in a relegation battle for much of the season before eventually settling in 14th place. A new centre-back will be welcome at West Ham. David De Gea breaks silence after Man United contract saga with a cryptic social media post. Manchester United goalkeeper David De Gea has taken to social media to react after news of his contract saga broke. The Red Devils backed out of an agreed proposal after the Spaniard signed a contract extension on a reduced salary. Man United manager Erik Ten Hag reportedly made the call, and De Gea is said to become a free agent at the end of the month. The Old Trafford club have been linked with Inter Milan goalie Andre Onana, but it remains to be seen what the future holds for the Spaniard at the club. De Gea has broken his silence, taking to his official Twitter account to drop a cryptic post that has left fans guessing. The 32-year-old has been with Man United since 2011 after joining them from Atletico Madrid, replacing Edwin van der Sar. De Gea has since played 545 games for the Red Devils, winning a Premier League title, an FA Cup, 2 League Cups, 3 Community Shields, and 1 Europa League trophy. The two-time Premier League Golden Glove winner has made the PFA Team of the Year 5 times and emerged as Sir Matt Busby Player of the Year 4 times. De Gea is a Man United legend, and while he does not fit into Ten Hag's playing style, he deserves to be treated with the utmost respect. He has been linked with a move to Saudi Arabia and could be tempted to leave the Red Devils if both parties cannot agree to new terms. Man United also have Porto goalkeeper Diogo Costa on their radar and could be willing to let De Gea leave as Ten Hag looks to bring in a ball-playing replacement. Erik Ten Hag to give Jadon Sancho another season to produce the goods. Jadon Sancho, who was supposed to kickstart his United career under Ten Hag, struggled with physical and mental fitness last season and is yet to justify the €85 million the club paid for his services back in 2021. The Englishman started strongly, impressing in the preseason and in the early season fixtures before suffering a major loss in form. He looked timid in attack, never seemed to have the confidence to take on his man, and kept choosing the safer option. Ten Hag spoke of Alejandro Garnacho's fearlessness and how it was an asset, and it seemed to be an indirect way of telling the English winger that the manager was disappointed in him. The former Ajax coach gave the winger time and space to recuperate, and despite that, Sancho managed only 7 goals and 3 assists in 41 appearances across all competitions. With United badly needing to raise capital to complete deals for a striker, midfielder, and goalkeeper, there have been murmurs that the club could be open to selling the 23-year-old. The likes of Tottenham Hotspur, Aston Villa, and Brighton have been linked with moves, while a loan to former club Borussia Dortmund also remain on the cards. but journalist Steve Batts wrote on Give Me Sport that currently Ten Hag has no plans to sell the England international and is open to affording him one more season to rediscover his old form. He said, selling Jadon Sancho isn't high on Erik Ten Hag's list of priorities this summer, with the club insiders insisting the 23-year-old will be given another season to produce the goods. If an acceptable offer came in for the former Bundesliga star, it would spark a conversation, but other players are ahead of Sancho in the queue for the Old Trafford exit. The David De Gea saga has clearly shown that Ten Hag does not want to carry passengers in the squad, and should the former Manchester City star not arrest his slide, he will also be ruthlessly shown the exit door. Sancho is valued at 45 million euros as per transfer market, and his United deal lasts until 2026. Benfica President believes Man United will pay close to 80 million euros for Gonzalo Ramos. Benfica President Rui Costa believes Manchester United will come close to their valuation for Gonzalo Ramos this summer, according to Correio de Manha. The Portuguese striker was in fantastic form for the Primeira Liga Giants last season, scoring 27 goals and providing 12 assists from 47 appearances in all competitions. His progress has caught the eye of several European clubs, but United and Paris Saint-Germain are deemed to be leading the race to secure his signature. Correio de Manha report that Costa has already turned down 50 million euros plus 10 million euros in add-ons from an unnamed club for Ramos, and he is looking for at least 80 million euros. The Benfica president believes that with the evolution of the market, the likes of United and PSG would be willing to come close to the asking price for the 22-year-old. United and Paris Saint-Germain have been mentioned as potential suitors for Ramos, but the latter could make an approach based on the future of Kylian Mbappé. Mbappé has made it clear that he won't extend his contract expiring next summer. If he heads for the exit door, Les Parisiens could swoop for the services of Ramos. Hence, United must move quickly to land the Portugal international, who is one of the most sought after strikers after a wonderful 12 months for club and country. Ramos managed a stunning 39 goal contributions for Benfica last term. He also bagged a sensational hat-trick against Switzerland in the World Cup round of 16. His reputation has been steadily rising, and in our view, he would be a top-class signing for United. Man United contact Moses Caicedo's agent but face big hurdle due to £100 million price tag. Manchester United have contacted the representatives of Brighton and Hove Albion midfielder Moses Caicedo amid the prolonged transfer saga involving Chelsea star Mason Mount, the Athletic report. The Red Devils have already made 3 bids for Mount this summer. Their latest offer of £55 million has been turned down by the Blues, who value the England international at around £65 million. United are clear that they won't increase their proposal for the 24-year-old, and talks are expected with Chelsea this week to find out whether they can reach a suitable agreement. In case there is no solution, the club are prepared to switch their focus to Caicedo. The Athletic claim that the Red Devils have already made contact with the player's entourage. United are willing to pay more for him than Mount, as he is 3 years younger, but connected individuals severely doubt their chances of meeting Brighton's £100 million price tag. The Red Devils currently have a limited budget of around £120 million before player sales, and they are unlikely to spend most of the fee on the purchase of Caicedo from the Siglos. Their main priority at the moment is Mount. United are aware that Chelsea are also interested in Casedo, and they may have entered the race to irritate the West London side. In our view, this could play into United's hands. Chelsea could negotiate Mount transfer in the coming days, such that the Red Devils don't interfere in their pursuit of Caicedo. It would be a win-win situation for both clubs. United would get their preferred target in Mount, leaving the Blues with a free run at signing Caicedo from the South Coast. Man United see €40 million informal bid rejected for Andre Onana. Inter want €60 million. Manchester United have made an informal bid of £40 million for Andre Onana, which has been rejected by Inter Milan, Corriere dello Sport claim. David De Gea has been United first choice goalkeeper for the past 12 seasons, but he could leave when his contract expires at the end of the month. Onana has been identified as the priority target to replace him, and Corriere dello Sport reveal that the club have already made an informal €40 million offer. The proposal was promptly rejected by the Serie A giants, who want €60 million for their prized asset. The Nerazzurri plan to utilize the funds to re-sign Romelu Lukaku from Chelsea. They are considering a fresh loan deal with a conditional obligation to buy. Inter are prepared to cash in on the Cameroonian star for a huge profit. They signed him on a free transfer from Ajax last summer and are willing to accept 45 to 48 million euros upfront, provided the add-ons 15 to 12 million euros are easily achievable. United have yet to make an official bid for his services, but they will need to significantly improve on their informal proposal made to the Nerazzurri this week. Onana would be a big upgrade on De Gea between the sticks for United next season. The 27-year-old has excellent distribution skills and likes to intercept crosses. He is also very mobile and around the box and has the ability to operate as a sweeper keeper. €60 million seems a fair price for a shot stopper with such attributes. Chelsea have also been mentioned as potential suitors for Onana, but Fabrizio Romano has today reported that they are not looking for a marquee keeper. Man United to hold Mason Mount talks with Chelsea in order to break impasse. Manchester United are prepared to hold talks with Chelsea this week regarding their transfer proposal for Mason Mount, according to the Telegraph. The Red Devils have identified the 24-year-old as their priority target for the summer transfer window, but they have yet to finalize a fee with the Blues. United have already made 3 separate bids for the midfielder. Their latest offer of £50 million plus £5 million in add-ons remains below the asking price. The Blues currently want £57 million plus £8 million in add-ons for Mount, but the Telegraph report that United are adamant that they won't increase their offer. Instead, they plan to hold direct talks with the Blues over the structure of their most recent bid. United boss Erik Ten Hag has earmarked Mount as the main target to bolster the creative midfield department. He is seen as an upgrade on Christian Eriksen. The Red Devils believe they have made a fair offer for the £80,000 a week star and are adamant that they won't pay over the odds to price him away from West London. The onus is now on the Blues to make a decision over his future. Mount has no plans to renew, and he could walk away for free when his contract expires next summer. The Blues will ultimately want to cash in on him for the best price. United have a proposal on the table, and in our view, a transfer could be agreed in the coming days. Chelsea are likely to grant Mount permission to join United before the start of pre-season training. Qatar Group, led by Sheikh Jassim, now confident of winning Man United takeover race. The Qatari Group, led by Sheikh Jassim bin Hamad Al Thani, are increasingly confident that they have won the race to buy Manchester United. Bloomberg report United have been up for sale since late November, but the takeover process has been delayed, with the Glazers reluctant to choose a preferred buyer. Sheikh Jassim and Sir Jim Ratcliffe have both made proposals to purchase the Red Devils, but Bloomberg claimed that the former is now the front-runner. The structure of Ratcliffe's offer has provoked opposition from minority shareholders who would not be bought out. Sheikh Jassim is prepared to do so. Those within the inner circle of the Qatari bid have started communicating their confidence of victory and feel it's a matter of time before an announcement is made. Meanwhile, it's reported that United have £260 million available for transfers, but with financial fair play rules in place, not all of this amount would be spent. Bloomberg conclude that the Glazers could yet decide to retain the club by accepting a minority investment to renovate Old Trafford and its facilities. The Red Devils have had a quiet start to the summer transfer window with a limited pre-sales budget. They have been focusing on just one player in Mason Mount and now are focusing on Andre Onana. United need to speed up the process in the coming weeks. A takeover from Sheikh Jassim would be beneficial. He could provide funds up front for the club to spend, While the budget won't change due to FFP concerns, manager Erik Ten Hag would prefer to make new signings first before offloading French players instead of vice versa. The Glazers have not spent any penny from their own pocket since taking over the club in 2005. We can't expect any favors from them during the summer's transfer window. Hopefully, the takeover saga will end soon, with Sheikh Jassim becoming the new owner. I will be uploading daily Manchester United news, so keep your eyes on the channel and don't forget to like and subscribe. I appreciate your support. Peace out.